through tonight on a state law that keeps landlords and rental companies from charging junk fees to tenants. Thanks for joining us on News 5 at 9. I'm Megan Glova. I spoke with a Colorado Springs renter who believes she's experiencing a loophole in this law. That renter says her monthly bill no longer includes those fees, but her offer to renew shows a significant rent increase, something she thinks is in response to fees lost and a recent lawsuit. Colorado's junk fee law was a win for Rebecca Bonner's wallet, or so she thought.
I thought that'd be great, finally.
The junk fee law knocked about $20 off her bill a month. A renter at the View at Spring Creek in southeast Colorado Springs. But her offer to renew surprised her. Her rent for a 9-month apartment lease going up $292.
I'm not thrilled.
Bonner does not think such a high jump in rent is a coincidence, wondering if money lost from Colorado's junk fee law is being added to this offer, and then some. In an emailed response, the View at Spring Creek denies this, saying many factors like current market conditions and unit-specific features are considered when setting the base rent. I posed this exact scenario to bill sponsor, State Representative Nikita Ricks back in December. They tacked on those additional fees to the base rent. Is that something that landlords can get away with?
You raise an important point. It's possible that unethical people might try to increase it anyways to get that money out of you.
We spoke again last week. What do you make of this renter situation?
If they're just trying to find another way of trying to squeeze those junk fees, and so to speak, into the monthly bill, that is not the intent of the bill, clearly.
Legally, can her apartment complex, can her rental company do this?
So there's nothing in the law that prevents raising rent.
Real estate attorney Robert Schifferdecker does not represent Bonner or her property management. He says it would be hard to prove that this increase in rent was not justified.
Rent's going up across the board, and it's going to go up every year. So it's going to be hard for them. But if there's a significant increase over similar sized apartments in the area, that may be a good indication that these people are trying to skirt around this new law.
Bonner wonders if a recent lawsuit played a part too, something the View at Spring Creek also denies.
I'm not shocked at all.
The View at Spring Creek is owned by Greystar. According to the FTC, in December, Greystar agreed to pay a $24 million settlement, $23 million to the Federal Trade Commission, $1 million to the state of Colorado. The suit claimed Greystar misrepresented the true cost of renting a Greystar property, displaying deceptively low rental prices and excluding several fees. They're now required to clearly display these totals, which the View at Spring Creek does.
I can't fathom paying that much.
I did reach out to Greystar asking if all their Colorado properties could expect a rent increase, and if this increase in rent is in response to money lost from the junk fee law or Greystar's $24 million settlement. They did not respond. We have more details on the settlement and the View at Spring Creek's full response on our website, KOAA.com. Now, if you feel your landlord or rental company is not following Colorado's new junk fee law, email me, megan.glova@koaa.com.